Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday to you. I'm here with Anne Marie from Angel Star Karma. How you doing? It's great to be here. I have slowed the chat down. That's what I wanted to tell you. I slowed the chat down a little bit
Okay.
so that we don't have any kinds of issues, hopefully. So I just wanted you to know that. But hello to everybody that's here, and thank you for coming by. Today we're going to talk about stones, and we're just going to have some fun.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, yeah.
The
So
collection.
this was your idea, so I want to give you credit for it, and I want to know um, what made you interested in wanting to do it, because I love it. It's great, but what was your interest?
Well, I had a long time ago, I had interest in crystals, but it just kind of like faded out. And then
Hmm.
when I woke up, I guess, when, in the last year and a half, I think it's because I have so much earth in my chart that it just started really like
Sure.
appealing to me, all those crystals. And it's also, I don't know if you've ever watched Amy from Truth Warrior.
Oh,
She's on YouTube. She's a
oh,
young girl. She's cute as a button. And, like, I woke up in the middle of the night one time and watched her, and she was live cutting her hair, and I was just like, "This girl's crazy." But
oh, wow.
she's psychic and very interesting. And she recently did a video talking about women born in the '60s and how we are waking up, and it's like we're cracking open. And to me, it's almost like, like the rocks just opening up and having, you're cold on the outside. And that's the way I've been all my life. I've just been like this cold, hard shell. And now we're cracking open to the shiny, sparkly stuff on the inside, the spiritual stuff. So that's why I like the crystals.
Well, that's a really interesting thing. Some of the, of course, I'm about a decade older than you, and so, but came into the idea of the crystals back in the '90s. I had this gal who knew everything about every crystal. She used to do crystal layouts. She could talk to the crystals. She was fabulous. So I learned a lot from her. But again, that was a long time ago. And so, it's nice to reinvigorate that
Yeah.
and find interest in it. And you also made the realization, or I don't know if you had the realization, that all the crystals resonate to different zodiac signs, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of like when I was looking at that part of it, at first I was like, I don't know, I don't know which ones go with which sign. But then I started
Yeah.
thinking, it's just like, okay, well, wait, you've got your fixed earth and you've got your mutable air. And so then you look
Right.
at the stones and then it just kind of like makes sense. It's like
Sure.
the elements
Yeah.
start clicking.
Sure. Uh-huh. Absolutely. So, yeah, so we each picked out some crystals.
Yes, we did.
And hello, I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming by.
Hi.
Don't want to ignore you. Teddy, you were cracked to begin with, huh? Okay.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Hold on. I'm just going to shut a door here. I'll be right back.
I read an author one time that said, God uses cracked pots and I'm the visual aid. So it's like,
That's great.
yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Hello, Hermit's Corner, and Cheryl and Marby and Hetty and CS. Oh, I'm glad you found us live too.
Yeah. Thanks for
So
checking in.
we've got a lot to talk about, but at the same time, we could talk for 24 hours or more
There's so much. Right.
because there's so much and there's so many different crystals. And so I wanted to show you this book to the people in the chat and people watching. It's called Love is in the Earth. This one was the updated one. There was one before this, but this came out about 95, I think. And it's by this woman named Melody. And she takes all of the stones and she explains everything about them. The astrological sign, the numbers, the numerology. She talks about how these stones are formed and formulated, but also the metaphysical properties of it.
Very
If you
cool.
can get yourself a book like this, now I don't know if it's out of print. You might be able to get it on like in a secondhand or eBay or something like that, but it's really worth it. But I will tell you this, it doesn't have every stone that I've seen
As thick
in my
as that
life.
book is, you would think it should.
It should. Now, once when I was talking with Nancy Jean, who does the stones as well, she said that people are naming them things, or they're probably already another thing, but somebody has renamed them or has decided that this is a new thing or something.
Absolutely.
Whether or not it's a possibility, yeah. So, but this is just an absolutely fabulous guide if you're ever interested in. And anytime that I used to go to the metaphysical stores, but now I don't have to because I can do Etsy or anything. I had this book with me in my car, and I just, some days I would say, I want to know what this is, and many times I found myself attuned to. I'm a Libra, so attuned to the Libra stones, but at the same time, and you're a Capricorn rising, just like me, so we're probably attuned to that as well. Is that? Would you say?
Yeah, probably. All that Earth. I'm Capricorn Sun as well, so I've got a lot, and then.
Oh, you are. You have double. Okay. Wow.
And then Taurus Moon, so I'm all Earth.
You are all Earth. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. So yes, and the other book I wanted to show you guys that I just happened to get this past week is called The Illustrated Crystallary, and it's just a gorgeous book. It's got like this one has lepidolite, and it has some of the stones in it. It tells you how to go ahead and attune to the stone and how to do a journal entry on that stone and maybe meditate on it. And so it's so much fun. Great. I need a whole summer to start all over again in order for us to get it all done.
Hi, Jen. Hi,
hey, Ron. Hey, Jen. Hello. Sending you love, girl. Yep. Sending out love to you. Hope you're feeling better today.
Yeah, I hope you are feeling better on the mend.
Yes. And I'm thrilled to have you here on my channel with me, because you were always working in the background, and if anybody doesn't know, you have your own channel. So I want them to know that, so they can go over to you.
And the other day when we were getting ready for the Psychic Squares practice, you were introducing me to everyone, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, you should be introduced. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, everybody needs to know who everybody is. So So where would you like to start? Do you want to talk about some of the stones first, or do you want to talk about the shapes of them? What did you want to talk about?
Oh, first? I don't care. We can do whatever. Do you want to talk? Can we talk about like the astrology of like a stone?
Oh, yes, please. Let's start there then. Yeah.
And I found this on these wonderful printouts from. It's called. They're called. Oh, now I'm going to forget what they're called. It's rainbow crystals, and they're in Cornwall, England. So,
okay.
So they have and then you can get these little kits on Etsy that have these little things of crystals in them. And I have no connection to them. I just found it, and
I know. Yeah, you're just passing along the information.
Yeah. So, for Aries being cardinal fire, and they have different stones here that then say the characteristics that describe also an Aries personality. And the one that I have is the bloodstone, which is courageous and incisive. And this is a giant one. So
wow, that is big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's now I'm not sure if this is dragon's bloodstone or just bloodstone. And it's an interesting mix of things in there. And I think it's mixed in with
is that jasper? Is bloodstone jasper?
It is a type of a jasper, yes.
Okay, because I have mookaite, which is a type of jasper. Yeah.
We're going to do your mookaite. This is my favorite one, and that's my mookaite.
Look at that one. Wow.
This is in the shape of, if we're going to talk about shapes, it's in the shape of praying hands. So I always just kind of
Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful to meditate on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yep, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Jennifer is on, and she had brought up an Etsy stone store, and I'm going to actually interview them, Jen. And I want you, when you're feeling better, to come on, and Anne Marie, if you want to as well. We're going to interview them and talk about some stones later. And but this is where I got this one from. This mookaite was from those beneath the Crescent in New Jersey, I believe Jen said. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No worries. No. The mookaite, when I was pulling together definitions for it and everything, it helps with dealing with women aging and the emotions.
Really? Moonlighting?
Yes, it's for crone rising. It's perfect.
Well, no wonder why I wanted it. Oh my Lord. Yes.
Okay, so then for Taurus, which is fixed earth, I always have to figure out which way I'm going here.
I know.
Fixed earth, I picked the black tourmaline, which is for dominant and good with finances. And so that's black tourmaline.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beauty.
It looks like when I did that, it looked like a pyramid, but it's actually it's not really. It's just a
right.
You know,
you've been collecting these over time. Is that? Yeah.
In the last year and a half, I've probably spent my whole retirement on crystals.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Gemini is mutable air. And so, you know, you want to see like those clear ones, you know, the clear.
Yeah.
And so I picked citrine, which is for sociable, fun-loving, and with a witty sense of humor. So that's the citrine.
You know, when we've talked before on in our mediumship or our psychic class, I'm not real happy, or a color class, I guess it was. I don't like yellows, and I'm trying to buy more yellows because I want to get over that, because it also resonates with your third chakra, which I need help with. Exactly. Anyway, I belong to this club where they send me different bracelets every month, and I got a citrine. The yellow citrine.
I want that.
Yeah, it was like,
I want to know.
Timely. Yeah, it was timely.
Yeah, good. And then Cancer is, we're back to cardinal again, and this is cardinal water. Cancer. And so I wanted moonstone because the moon rules Cancer.
Right.
But I don't have the moonstone. Well, I have a little moonstone somewhere. That's right. I found the little moonstone. That's teeny tiny. But the other thing that stands for Cancer is rhodonite.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I love rhodonite. That's a really dark one. They're usually more pink. No? Okay.
It has pink in it, but yeah, it's got a lot of dark in it too. So
it does.
Altruistic with a sense of purpose and self-worth. So that's
that's awesome. Yep.
And then for Leo, there's lots of items for Leo, and we're back to fixed fire for Leo. And so, of course, I picked the sunstone. Whoa, there we go.
Ooh, yeah. Definitely for a Leo.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So here's my sunstone.
Gosh, that's gorgeous. So big. Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
Look at the colors in that.
They are gorgeous. Yeah.
That's a fun one. I like that one a lot.
It is. Yes.
And Tiger Eye is another one for Leo.
Okay.
Tiger Eye.
Tiger Eye is awesome.
I had a hard time with Virgos because Virgo is mutable earth. And I couldn't, like it says lapis lazuli, and I didn't think I had one. I had a bunch of sodalite, but sodalite is not one that's listed. And had citrine again, but I remembered that I did have these little towers. Oh, look at you.
Those are lapis lazuli.
Yeah.
Lazuli. Yeah. One's in a Merkaba. Yeah.
I love the Merkabas. So
awesome.
So that's
sodalite is beautiful too. I love sodalite.
Yeah. So the lapis is independent with a drive for perfection. So that's Virgo energy there. And then Libra is aquamarine. And I don't know if you watched when I was Friday freaking out, I was just hanging on to this, and just because it's supposed to help with anxiety. And so I was clinging to this. But it says
understood.
Persuasive, emotive, and talkative. But it's also for anxiety.
For anxiety.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And then Scorpio is, now we're in fixed water. And I always think of the depths of the ocean for Scorpio. And it says citrine again for whatever reason. And lapis lazuli, but also obsidian. And so
very grounding.
Yes, definitely. And just deep, and just get the really deep, deep, deep.
Yep.
And for Sagittarius, it has turquoise and amethyst and blue lace agate. I have an agate at my office that I meant to bring home and I forgot to. So oops. And then, but my amethyst, I don't know can you see it behind me?
I had one just like that, and I got divorced.
Yeah, so that's my, and that's too heavy to move.
That's
So
awesome.
it's like, that's my
I
amethyst.
love them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good to lay your other stones on as well in order
Yeah.
to clear them.
And to
And so,
recharge them. Yeah.
there are recharging.
Mhm.
I had one actually that was a flatter one, but you
Okay.
could just put it down and lay the stones on it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got one for my grandson's birthday. He turned 5 earlier this month, and I got him a little, because he's all into crystals now too. And so I got him this little teeny mini cathedral, and I was like,
Oh,
he put
okay.
cars in it and it will recharge
Of
them.
course he does. Yeah.
And then
That's what
cat
little boys
ribbon,
do.
which is
Uh-huh.
mine, and I
Right.
love smoky quartz.
Oh, yes, it's gorgeous.
I have this smoky quartz,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Very nice.
grounded, well organized, and protective of others. So I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Aquarius is Labradorite.
I love Labradorite.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that slab. That's gorgeous.
So the sparklies and that, broad-minded and creative. We're
Right.
definitely getting into a lot of Aquarius energy. So, I just think that beautiful changing colors.
Absolutely.
And then the last one is Pisces, of course. And so Pisces had rose quartz and calcite and moonstone again that I didn't have, but I do have the rose quartz.
And I have a bracelet too made of rose quartz.
This is a very white rose quartz, but it is a quartz.
But it's a beautiful size.
So,
Wow.
I
only have 2. I have a regular quartz crystal ball, and I also have a black crystal ball.
Ooh.
But I've never gotten the bigger ones like that. Maybe I'll start liking those too.
Yeah,
that could be expensive.
I know, it really can be, because it's like I got the spheres first. That was my first interest, was getting, and then I was like, they're kind of hard to store. You have to have things to put them on. Roll all over the place.
Well, they gave me the little thing to put it on. Okay. So if you get a chance to, if you buy it from some people, they'll do that for you, or you can get the. Yeah. Cynthia, she says all her crystals are small, but she can carry them in her bra, just like Jen. Exactly. Yeah. There you go, Jen. You've already converted them.
This would be, I could do a bra, and I could put this one in my.
Boy, you'd need 2 of them, honey. You'd need 2 of them. Otherwise, you look a little crazy. Ron says he's an Aquarius. No, I'm not surprised, Ron, that you're an Aquarius, because Aquarius is another air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all air signs, all spend a lot of time in our minds. So, nothing wrong with that. But that's why I wanted to be more heart and soul connected, though, because I'm always up here.
There you go. Yeah.
Hi, Medium Kim. How are you, dear? It's good to see you. So that was great. I hope everybody got a little. And you said it's on. You can pull it up and see it if you want to. Yeah.
And I'll comment and put the link to those where you can buy them on Etsy and actually get for each sign.
Right. You can get just a little package for that. But you might want to tell people that they also might want to get their rising sign if they know what it is. Is that not right? Because we do present ourselves as our rising sign. So
and our moon sign, and
our moon sign.
We have all 12 signs.
Somewhere
we have all 12 signs, and they're part of our lives, and so But we relate to different, obviously we have stronger elements. And, if you had a huge stellium of 3 or 4 planets in a sign that wasn't your sun sign or wasn't your moon sign or wasn't your rising sign, that would still be a very significant sign for you. So.
And I just learned all about stelliums from the other lady she was great. I was so surprised. I had no idea. I've been, it just surprised me. I knew I had all these in one, but I didn't know about that. Good morning, Flora from Australia. How is tomorrow?
Hey.
MK Karen, everybody wants to know how Ruby's doing, your granddaughter.
Ruby's doing great. They came home from the hospital this morning, so I'm going to go over there tomorrow morning and see them again. So
that's
she
good.
gets to meet her. She's probably meeting her big sister right now because Frankie, her big sister, has been at the son-in-law's parents' house. So,
okay. That's awesome. Yeah. That's Ruby. Yeah. You'll have to buy her a ruby when she's older.
I know, right? Yeah. Well, and you know what, Leo, one of the stones for Leo was ruby and zoisite, and I have a ruby and zoisite. Do you have one of those?
I do.
And so I'm going to give that to her when she gets older.
Okay.
For her Leo and ruby and zoisite.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
But for me, that would be great.
Okay. So we're going to talk about shapes too. And like we already, I guess we kind of brought up the spheres.
Yeah, I got it back. Someone was leaving a message and I just didn't want it to.
No worries.
Okay, so we have a sphere.
Now, so this is just wonderful.
I know, it is wonderful. Thank God. I ended up having to, just what a week, right? What a week. Okay, so let's talk first about spheres. Since I mean, there's all kinds of shapes, and shapes can be made as well. Like I have a quartz angel in a shape of an angel. Of course, it didn't come this way; it was carved out. But you can get animals, you can get all kinds of different shapes, and it's always nice I always like to have little angels around. Yeah. So, but the round ones. What did you find out about the round ones?
So spheres, it says that they remind you that you're a part of the greater whole and connected to all the energies in your surroundings. And if you hold it, you can kind of just like get the sense of, the world.
Right.
So just feeling part of, just imagining that we're just a little bit inside of a bigger thing.
Right. So. Right. Awesome. Hermit's Corner is asking a question about having 3 planets in Virgo. Isn't it where they're placed in the houses that makes it a stellium?
Well, I mean, if it's all in Virgo, it's still a stellium. It would depend on what house sign you're using, like you're saying, if you're talking about a house. Okay. Stellium. But yeah, Virgo, I mean, if you have 3 or more planets in any sign, it's a stellium. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So you have lots of energy there.
Yeah. Wow. I guess so, huh?
Yeah. And we're coming up on both Venus and Mars are in Virgo right now. And then Mercury's going to go into Virgo. And so we're heading into a time when we all should think about getting healthier, like our bodies.
What a great thought.
In Virgo. And I think it would be, it's going to be, I think it's like health things are going to come up, and there's a virus going around. I just think that it's a good time to start thinking about getting healthier. We
certainly need to get rid of that COVID extra weight that we all put on, because we know that we did. So let's just admit it. Let's just admit it.
Maybe I'll start an exercise program on my channel.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Medium Kim has 4 planets in Virgo. Wow. Awesome. That's amazing, Kim. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so that would be the round ones. And while I'm here, I'm going to just show you my most beautiful apatite.
Oh, wow.
And because it's a sphere. And again, I got this one from the same place Jen was talking about, which is on Etsy. Yeah. Those people hopefully will come talk to me on here.
That would be great.
But what I love... I'm sorry.
They'd be cool too, that's good advertising.
I know it is. I said, you promote your Etsy, So this actually helps us stimulate our intellect and dissolve aloofness. So if you're feeling like you don't want to be around people, maybe this would help. Maybe we all need to be wearing this because we've been away from people for so long. But a couple of things that drew me to this one, though. The first thing is that I'm a humanities teacher, and I really am a humanitarian. So this is the humanitarians and healing stone, and it balances our emotional and intellectual sides. But the best thing, well, there's a couple things else. It helps us develop all of our clairs, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, all those clairs. Wow. And it helps us connect to UFOs if we want to.
Really?
Yes.
One of those.
It is also enhances our creativity. But the best thing about this is just what you said. It suppresses our appetite.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's spelled differently, but it's pronounced the same. Blue is also my favorite color. Yes, it is mine. As you can't
It's
tell,
very Aquarian. I mean, all of that sounds very Aquarian with the humanitarian.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Very
And I just thought that this was just the blues in here were just so gorgeous, honestly.
very pretty.
But yeah, but this is not as big as the ones you've had. Yours are like double that, but that's okay. When I haven't had any round ones, and I just decided I needed some round ones. Yes, this is Apatite, Apatite. Yeah,
That's
and it
beautiful.
helps suppress your appetite, so you should get it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Very good. Oh, and I'll show you my other round one that I have because it's lovely, and it's malachite.
Oh,
I love malachite and azurite together. But I love this malachite because green is, of course, heart-centered, heart chakra.
Yeah.
But it's also transformative. It's transformative. It has no limits on your mind, body, and soul, and clears and activates all your chakras.
Okay.
So how could we not like it? But it's also the midwife stone.
Oh,
It facilitates childbirth. Yeah, your daughter needed this last week. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, and it's also good for accessing inner and outer worlds. So it's just so beautiful. And I don't know if you can see it. Well, let me get it closer here. See how there's like different
It looks
patterns.
three-dimensional, like inside it.
Yeah, different
That's
patterns in it. Yeah, I just love malachite. Yep.
Very nice.
Those are my round ones. All right. So we have tower ones. You showed one tower. You showed us a couple of tower ones.
Yeah, I have my moonstone tower. I mean, my sunstone tower.
Right.
They're also called generators, I think.
Yes, they are. Well, yeah.
Tower and generator, I'm not sure, but
well, some generators are double pointed. So
yeah, double terminated.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
What else do I have up there? I don't have any more towers out. So yeah.
Yeah. I've got this one here is the Elliot stone.
Oh.
I read somewhere that this was originally found in King Solomon's mines,
That
which
looks
I thought
like
was.
Did you say something?
It does kind of look like trollite, but it actually has malachite, turquoise, chrysocolla, and azurite in it.
Wow.
So it's all of those, and it's Eliat, Elliot stone.
Nice.
And it benefits us physically, emotionally, and intellectually. It's also good, interestingly enough, and this is for entertainment purposes only, helps people who have sexual abuse, apparently, it says right here, it's good for people who are battling,
Healing from that.
Healing from that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I have is lepidolite, and it is my favorite purple stone in the whole wide world.
Wow.
I have a couple of lepidolite stories to tell, but the first one is that I have a beautiful meditation round flat that I use if I'm meditating. That's in lepidolite. It's for stress reduction. But the first time I ever had lepidolite, I had it around my neck, and it had a piece of rubellite. You could see the red rubellites in it. And I wore it for about 2 days, and the rubellites popped out of lepidolite. And
Wow.
and I kept it on, and the next day it completely shattered.
Oh no.
And I thought, that thing's sucking up all my negativity and all my stress and everything. Wow. And somebody told me after a while you don't need it anymore because it's done its job or whatever. But I think you always need it. You just may have to do something about getting more of them. Yeah. But it's a great stone for transition and change. It locates whatever energy blocks that you're having. It aids your digestion. And if you are a entrepreneur, it's good for your business.
Oh, wow.
I also have it in heart shape, but we haven't got there yet. So, yeah. So, what's the next one then?
We can do. Well, you want to do hearts?
Sure, we can do the hearts. Yep.
What do you have on hearts? Am I hearing an echo? Can you hear an echo on me? Chat, do you hear an echo on me?
A little bit, but not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think that just because it is definitely one that's shaped, it doesn't come as a heart shape.
Right.
I have a student that actually, she goes down to the ocean all the time, and she picks up stones that look like hearts that resemble different styles of hearts, or just regular stones, and she collects them. She has thousands of them, but this one has been made. And the good part about it, it's one of those that you could meditate with. You know, you could hold, it fits right into your palm of your hand.
Mhm.
And of course, your heart shape tells you that it's generating love. So,
Sorry.
it's all right. It's either dogs or telephones ringing. You know, it's no big deal. It's Monday. Do you have a heart shape one? Now I can't hear you.
It was the mailman. So
It's the mailman. Okay.
So I'm not sure what these are though, because this was actually sent to me as an extra gift when I bought something else, and then I have this one that's an agate, like
agate. Yeah.
Agate,
okay.
Agate,
yeah. That's
so
beautiful.
These are definitely made. Like I don't think they.
Yeah. No, I think they all are. Yeah. Unless you go down, you go down to the shore and you see a stone that was just laying there, but they pretty much all are. I love river stones just as much as I love every other kind of stone there is. But yeah, isn't it beautiful? It looks like it might be some kind of a jasper to me.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, pretty.
I know. It just has some beautiful colors and the size. I was surprised that they would send something like this.
That big. Yeah. Usually they send you, this size of something,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I actually got something from somebody and it was like, I'm like, what is that? It was like, it's just so tiny and it was going to crumble and fall apart. But
yeah, so you'll have to,
I always like to, hold them to
you'll have to share with us which Etsy site you got that from. The other. Yeah. Yeah. So, let's see. So we also have freeform. I guess freeform. Freeform is anything that, like your prayer one that you had. That was amazing. That wasn't cut, was it?
No, it's cut and polished on one side, and then but the rest of it is just a natural
cut. Yeah.
And I got this.
Freeform.
I'm sure Nancy Jean is aware of Rock Barrel in Richardson, and that's where I get
okay, in Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Jen wants to see the black and white one that's behind you when you get a chance. What is that? Is that a flame?
This is a flame. This is a trollite flame. So
I love blue troll. Oh, I love trollite. Yeah. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
It's got a crack, really,
Yeah.
See that? I'm like terrified that it's going to just break in half at some point.
Yeah. I know. I would be terrified too. Yeah. So what's the black and white one behind you? Jen wants to know.
It's tourmalated quartz. So quartz, and then it has the black tourmaline.
Tourmaline in it? Oh my God.
So
that is gorgeous. Wow.
So it's like 12 pounds.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. Gosh, the shipping on something like that. Woohoo!
No, you do the free shipping.
Oh, there you go. Just get enough for free shipping.
They say free shipping. I'm like, okay.
I hear you. So I've got one here, and it's freeform, but it's small, and it's red coral. And I had I've always wanted it because I wanted a red stone, and it's actually really good for men. I'm not for their sexual prowess or anything, but remember, it's red root chakra, definitely.
Right, absolutely.
It also balances the material in the spiritual world, and it helps protect you from being depressed.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So yes, coral comes in different colors. This one happens to be the red coral. And many times, if you have a pouch that you carry any stones around with you, this would fit nicely. That's why, like Apache Tears, is like Jen has, that she puts in her bra, but you could carry it also in a small pouch, or you could put something like this in. or some of the smaller stones like the lapis can be put in there because they're not so big, but
Right. Yeah.
they're really nice. I don't know. I had something else here. All right. Yeah, there's squares you can get too.
Yeah, cubes.
Squares.
Yeah, my little sheet said something about cubes. Let me see what my sheet said about cubes.
Okay.
It said, if you need some grounding vibes in your life, don't we all? A cube-shaped crystal might be the perfect gemstone companion for you. Meditating with cubic crystals in your hands can help you connect to the energy of the earth. You can also place them in each corner of a room to protect the space.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, this is an opalite. That's what this one is. But there also are stones that I don't have with me, but that I got that have all the alchemical, which includes the Merkaba, but it also has the other ones that are on there. Yeah. So isn't Merkaba great?
Yeah,
or the Merkaba? I don't know how to say it right. Merkaba or Merkaba.
I call it Merkaba, but I have no idea. But I don't know if any of you watched my video on my metal art, but I built a Merkaba that's like 4 feet tall, hanging in my backyard out of somebody threw out pipes, and I welded them together and made a Merkaba.
And this is when I wish you were my neighbor, because I'd have you build one for me. Yeah. Anybody, if you haven't seen the stuff that she has made, it's so wonderful. It's on her channel at Angel Star Karma. And she's so crafty. Unbelievable.
Thanks.
Really crafty. Beautiful stuff. I mean, your imagination and putting those things together is fabulous. It really is. So.
Well, it's I think it's like channeling, honestly. I think, because I don't know how much I have to do with it. I'm just building. And then
that's kind of what art really is anyway, isn't it? Music is, and writing sometimes is. Yeah. Wow, that's really great. So let's see. I have one more to show, and it's just something I found last week, and I bought it, and I ended up buying 4 of them because they fascinated me. I've studied Hinduism, and it's fascinating. But this is Shiva is one of the gods in the Hindu religion. This is called a Shiva's eye. And it's a good luck. Now, something in my book, I didn't find it, but then it said it was a cat's eye that they manufactured. And you can see it's got some pretty shading there. But they put this little thing in. And it's a protection, and it keeps you charismatic. I need to put them in my eye. And it watches over you. It tends to say that it's an external third eye.
Okay, great.
Isn't that cool? It's called the Shiva's eye. Shiva, Shiva. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Did I show my Jasper cube thing? This one I got at that rock barrel as well. And they started, this is in the process of becoming a sphere, but it never made it into the sphere. So, because the person... Rock Barrel told me that they got it from a guy that used to cut the stones, and he died before he could finish it. And so this one has all the corners cut out of it. So it's just like this odd shape. But
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. So. Yeah. So we don't have it today. We're not talking about any particular crystals, which would be quartz crystals. Although rose quartz we did talk about. We talked about smoky quartz because you had smoky quartz. Yeah. But there are tons, and you could do a whole show just on the different types of crystals there are, because there are celestials, there are record keeper quartz, there's all different kinds of quartz crystals, and all of them are for different reasons. And there's some people, they say that you can open up the record by taking your thumb and pushing up on the side like this to open up and if you were a stone person, I guess is the best way to explain it. Yeah. Some people can speak to the stones and the stones can speak to them. Wow. I'm not that lucky. I just know what I love and I feel good at having around me.
Yes. Yeah. That's me too. Way too many stones, I think. If there's such a thing, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think so. My husband said, he sees them when they come in and he says they're wonderful. And then he goes away for a week or two and he comes home and he goes, what's going on? Look at all these stones. So it's actually really hard to choose sometimes what it is you want to talk about or you want to enjoy. But the trolite was new. There was another stone that I don't have with me, but was fairly new as well. Since the 90s when I learned all about stones.
Okay.
And I've ended up getting some of those stones. And I have a wonderful lady that has her own stone shop as well, the Healing Village, KTE. And she was a friend of mine from a long time ago, but she's too shy to come on and talk about it. So that's why I'm asking somebody else to come on and later on and talk about it. But, ooh. Shield Maiden Naughty Woman's Tarot. You have a smoky quartz skull. It talks
awesome.
to you. Ooh.
Cool. Oh,
That's really cool. You know, they have these guys that go around with the crystal skulls to some of the metaphysical stores. Mm-hmm. And you're able to go in and sit with it, I guess. I don't know if the reader reads whatever the skull is saying or not, but you'll have to come on and do that sometime. I would love to see you.
Yeah.
Wow. I love smoky quartz. It's beautiful. It really is.
Stone. Yeah.
Yep.
Mine doesn't talk to me yet, but
not yet. Not yet. Have you ever had a stone that had inclusions in it, and after you worked with it for a while, they went away?
I have a little one I have in a bird cage kind of thing over here. I mean, it just sits in there, and I took it out a couple of times, and it looked like it was, that they were.
Yeah, clearing. It was clearing. Yeah. And Nancy Jean says on her channel that hers was clear, and then it got inclusions in it, which I don't know how that happens. But I think it's fascinating. But yeah. It is. And I wouldn't have thought that it would be so strong, except for the fact that lepidolite just shattered on me. Plus, I bought 2 other lepidolites since in necklaces, and they're gone. They're lost. I don't know. I've lost both of them. Wow. And they say if you lose a stone, then it's meant for someone else. So I'm fine. You know, it's okay.
That's pretty much everything, isn't it? If you lose
I know. What are you going to do, right? Yeah, can't really do anything about it. Melinda's saying the song popped in her head, Everybody Must Get Stoned. Yeah.
Yes.
Or Everybody Must Get Stones. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So, wow. So quartz, amethyst, and selenite are 3 clearers, I guess is the best thing to say. And you can lay out your other stones on them to clear them. The other way you can clear your stones is to put them out under the moon, full moon.
Yes,
and that might be able to do it.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't have go ahead. That's all right.
I'm sorry. I was just saying moon water. I like filling up a cup with hot water and putting it out under the full moon.
Yep. I used to make amethyst water. You have to be careful with the softer stones. They can't go in the water, especially selenite can't at all. It will just disintegrate. But you also don't want any toxic things from softer stones, like Larimar or something like that. You have to be careful. But I like to put my stones, my quartz, if I go out hiking or walking in the woods and there's a babbling brook or a stream, I like to have the stream wash them off. And, because it's, so you can do that as long as you don't lose them. But, the stone that popped on me, it was I'll write it here in the chat. It's a lepidolite. And actually, here it is too. It's a lepidolite. And in lepidolite, it's a purple stone. It sometimes has rubellite in it, which is like ruby red, that's embedded in the stone. And mine is it popped right out of it. I've never had that happen again, but it did happen that time. Jen, I'm not sure if Larimar is too soft to make an elixir out of to drink or not. I'd want you to check that. I'm just not sure. It's a soft stone, but and everybody knows this about Larimar, that it only comes from the Dominican Republic. So
Oh, you froze. Is she frozen for you all? Oh no. You're frozen. Is she frozen for you, or is it just me, y'all? Okay. You all are talking about selenite. I have this selenite. Oh, good, you're back. Okay.
Sorry. It's always something.
The selenite, and you put candles in it. They like dug out the little. So these are fun. Selenite crystals, candle burners. Uh-oh, Allie. She froze. She'll be back in a second, though. I haven't even been able to look at the chat. I'm sorry. I can't do two things at once. Apparently, I'm not that multitasking. Allie, come back. So, what's everybody up to? I know that's a great freeze frame. Oh goodness. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Ron. Hi, Jen. Hi, Sonia. Janet P. Uh-oh, now she's gone. Hopefully she's coming back in. Because you know me, I did one live and nobody showed up. So I don't want to scare you all away if it's just me. So we were I had a whole bunch of stuff to talk about these. And then I went with the astrology ones instead of talking about all the other ones that I had. Is she going to come back in? Let me see. I can pull up I wonder, can I do that? Can you still see me if I'm pulling up this page? Oops. There we go. Can you see me still? Okay. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Medium Kim. So we talked about amethyst. It's also considered a natural tranquilizer. Amethyst relieves an individual from stress and strain. And so that's why I have my ginormous one over there, because I'm stressed out all the time, basically. And I think we talked about my aquamarine, properties related to physical healing and thought to be closely connected with breathing. And so the anxiety idea, that's why I was clinging on to that one all last Friday when my grandbaby was being born. And she back. Yay!
I tell you, maybe I have too many stones around my computer. You know that you're not supposed to have stones. Yeah. Okay. So Nancy Jean's here, and I don't want to scare anybody with telling them that something might be toxic and something might not be toxic. What I would suggest is to check. Okay. I don't know, and I bet if you just looked it up, you could look up stones that you shouldn't like make an elixir of. Like what I mean is you put a stone in water and then you let it set and then you drink the water. Some people do that. Yeah. So want to give you false information, but all right. So Hermit's Corner's got a question for you.
It's coming to crystals for Cancer, Taurus, and Sag. Well, and I dropped all my little sheets on the floor here now, but Cancer is cardinal water, and Sag is mutable fire. And where's the other one? Crystal Cancer. Taurus is fixed earth. So you've got each of the modalities there, and water, fire, and earth. I would think for Cancer with the cardinal water, something blue and crystalline, like something blue crystal, like aquamarine or something like that. For Taurus, the fixed earth is the black tourmaline. And what was the third one again? Now I've lost your question. Where do we go back? And then curious, the mutable fire. So for mutable fire, I think something like the ruby, or a red jasper. So those would be what I would think of for those signs.
I want to mention something also that, I was gone. Yes, I'm always gone. Lepidolite has lithium in it, and lithium is good for you to when you have to calm you down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you were meditating with that, that would be a great meditated.
Yeah. Great.
So let's see. CS, I'm not sure, but Nancy Jean says that it's easy enough to find online. She said you can go to, and say which crystals would be toxic to use as an elixir to drink. Okay. The only reason I brought it up, I don't want everybody to be fearful here. I just brought it up because we don't want to create a problem. We don't have one. I don't think, like, for instance, I don't know about myself. I probably wouldn't use lepidolite in a drink. I just wouldn't. Whereas if it was a rose quartz, I would. Or if it was, yeah. So please do your research, because it's important to do that.
Absolutely.
But the best part of it is we can carry them, we can admire them, they're beautiful. Mm-hmm. And some protection stones for the work environment. A black tourmaline pendant is great.
Yes. And I said agate, or you said it was agate. How did you pronounce it?
Agate.
Agate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
Agate is good for it. Mm-hmm. There's another one that I didn't bring with me, but that it comes in all different kinds of colors. It's not jasper, but it's nice to carry all of the colors. The other thing is, if you want to balance, there's some stones you can pick up if you find a red one, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Carry those stones. Sometimes you can find the chakra stones. There's also a kind that's called Oregon. I believe it's Oregon, and it's like a plastic, and there's stones inside of it. You can find them now, and they're beautiful, but they're meant to help with, is it EMT? The EMT
waves.
Yeah. You can also get the necklaces like that too. For the radiation from your cell phones and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had all this stuff that I was starting to read when you disappeared on us, and one of those.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No. The mookaite. Here's that information I found about the mookaite, where it says it helps to raise the vibration of your body and thoughts that relate to aging. Helps to change your thoughts about the body's degeneration, encourages you to feel younger, and uplifts your attitude towards life. And a highly protective crystal, excellent travel stone, and protective talisman.
Mm-hmm.
That's all good stuff.
I like this because I don't have a problem with the word crone at all.
Either.
A lot of people do. I don't care. I've been a crone for a number of years, and it's simply a woman who can't have children anymore. And it's when you start your cronedom. Nancy says shungite shields. Yes, shungite is also a black stone. That and it's hard to. I don't know, Nancy. I had a hard time finding it. I ended up getting it in from Russia. I think it was from eBay, or it was from. But those are supposed to shield from the same thing, the EMFT. But, yeah, you like this mookaite one? Is that what you like, Jen? This one? Yeah. Well, might have to get you one. I don't know. You got to get better first, and then Mommy can buy you one.
Yes, get better.
Yes, get better first. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Sheila, I'm glad you're here. England has some good suppliers. Okay. All right. That's good to know. Anyway, I think once you start your journey into stones, and remember Nancy Jean, a person that knows pretty much everything about stones, and she's the one that made my husband a crystal grid.
Oh,
and I'll show it to you.
Yeah. Nancy Jean, I meant to ask you, do you go to Rock Barrel?
She said she did say she did. Yeah.
Oh, she did? Okay.
In the chat, yeah. This is his grid she made. And,
is
you know, she
cool.
asked him some questions. He pulled some cards, and I can't say enough about it. It's just awesome. It really
I've
is.
seen other people's posts there that she made, the grids that she made for them, and they're all beautiful. Wonderful stuff. Very,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. Also, we didn't talk about pyramids. Let's do that before we leave.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have any pyramids other than that one that looked kind of like a pyramid when I put it up.
I have a lot of them. They're very powerful. I mean, you know, just the idea of the tri shape. You know, we have a lot of things that are in that pyramid shape, and the number 3 is body, mind, and spirit, and you know, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. You know, the 3 can resonate to a lot of different things, but it's definitely a power, and a lot of those orgone crystals that they make with the plastic over them are in pyramid shape.
The resin that they pour.
Yes.
Like and then
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yep. They're really pretty. You know, you don't get the feeling off them like you do for everything else.
Yeah,
but
they are pretty. For
they
sure.
are beautiful. Yeah, they really are. They have them in different colors, and I have one. I think it's got a really dark amethyst purple in it, and then underneath it's got some other things. But anyway. Yeah. So yeah, this has been wonderful to have here in his office, and so she did a good job. If you're interested in crystal grids, check out Nancy Jean's garden.
Absolutely.
She's got an awful lot of stuff over there, and you know, and she can tell you the same that I can tell you, that we could be here all day and we wouldn't answer all the questions that we would want to answer.
Yes.
Or talk about, but
I'm just learning. So
yeah, and you know what? We're all learning all the time anyway. Even though I've learned before, I have to keep it up in order to keep it that way. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully you got some information here today, and yeah, maybe we'll come back and and we can talk about just different types of quartz crystals at some point. But
that would be great.
When I talk with, if you would like to come on the show with me, and Jennifer, if you're out there and you want to come on the show with the people on the Etsy, let me know. I'm going to talk to them tomorrow, and then hopefully schedule a show so that they will be able to talk about all the things that they have. I love talking to stone people because you learn more and more. And, you know, it's kind of like the tarot cards in a way. You know, everybody's got a different interpretation or a different feeling about them and what works for them and what doesn't. Yeah. So, thank you for your wonderful idea, Anne Marie.
Thank you for being willing to do it. This has been fun.
It has been fun. Yeah. Let's come back also and do some tarot card readings. We can do that with Oracle. I'll use oracles or whatever, but we'll do that because when I watched you on Sheila's channel, you were wonderful, and so yeah, it was great.
Sheila was so
it was great. It's always fun to do things spontaneously, though, isn't it? Yeah,
that was fun.
Definitely. Yeah, good. All right. Hi, Starfish. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming by. We'll see you later on. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.